Right, well, I've caught some good fish this morning and just had a look, and the camera's been on slow-mo, so I'll have some good photos, but yeah, probably not a lot of great content. So anyway, we've got a few grunter on the little TT 1 to 3. I'm only using 6-pound line this morning, so 10-pound leader. It's got pretty clear. The tide's belting out, or starting to go out anyway, so we'll see if we can get a few fish on camera. Finding today that fish are seeming to really be responding to the Pro Cure. I do use it a lot. Probably don't show you guys when I'm making the videos how much I do use it, but when you're getting those little tiny pecks, it's always worth throwing a bit on, and often it'll mean the difference between just the little pecks and getting a committed bite that you can drive a hook into. Once the tide decides to turn it down here, it certainly rockets out. Again, same sort of deal. The fish will be dropping back out of the mangroves now, so just work along the edge and then work it back to the boat. There's no science to it really. I just cover a lot of ground and once in a while get lucky. Might be a Javelin, it might be a Grunter. Not real big. I don't think he'll be legal, but hey, he's a nice little fish. Yeah. All these little drains that push up in here are all worth having a fish. Probably didn't get it on video before, it was in slow-mo. Took a couple of people fishing recently that hadn't done much fishing with plastics and tried to give them a bit of a help along, and they're a bit disheartened because they were getting snagged a fair bit. But if you're not getting close enough to get snagged, you're probably missing out on a lot of the fish as well. So you know, getting snagged once in a while isn't the end of the world. You've got to be in, you know, I like to start within sort of a metre. Always just give it a bit of a flick on the drop because you'll often get hit on the drop. When it initially lands, I think just the splash attracts the fish sometimes. So all I'm doing now is just hopping it back with the tide. It'll be interesting to see. I have got some fish on this outgoing tide before, but you know, every day is a bit different. The fish are where you find them, so you rarely get them in the same spot twice in a row. You'll encounter a school somewhere, they'll be pushing up along you. It's just a matter of covering the ground and sticking at it. Up until last year I hadn't used fluorocarbon much, but I do think for these light plastics in winter in this clear water, it does make a bit of a difference too. Which is the Stealth from Platypus. I think this one's 10 pound that I got on here, and it holds up pretty well. I got a pretty big barra last year on 10 or 15. It was pretty close to a metre on one of these grubs, so it holds up pretty well. Abrasive resistance wise. 6-pound Platypus pulse braid. Oh, there's a nice grunter. I'll see if I can get him around. I might be able to see him down there. Oh. How good's that? Little 2.5 grub again, 1/4 ounce TT HD. Little Epixor reel, but great fun. 10-pound stealth leader. They never give up. No need to go wildly waving around the net to swim them up. Even by yourself it's not too bad. Probably haven't got much of that, but that's what winter fishing in the Straits is all about. Good fun, 1.5 meters of water. They go like the clappers, like here. Get out and have some fun. This might be a trevally. It hit it as soon as it landed. Feels pretty trevally like. Yeah. You can put a bit of hurt on these fish with this light gear. It's just a matter of knowing how hard you can push it. It's a big grunter. That's getting up there now. He'd be a nice fish. Wouldn't be 60, but he'd be pretty close. Yeah, called him for a trevally straight up. So yeah, the little gear's done the work again. Another fish. Just seem to be dropping out of these drains. I don't know whether it's a trevally again or a grunter again or a trevally or what it is. But take our time and see what it is. Whatever it is, it's got a bit of weight to it, I think. Crikey, it's another big one. That's another nice one. That'll do me for today. I've got a feed. Might see if I can get a couple of squid on the way home, and yeah, ended up a pretty good morning. Catch us later, eh?